Good morning, students. Today we will start the chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life, which belongs to the bio subject. So, first we will discuss about the cell, and then we will discuss about the discovery of the cells, cell theory, prokaryotic cells, eukaryotic cells, cell shape, cell size, cell volume, cell number, unicellular and multicellular cells, and after that we will start the structure of the cells. So firstly we will introduce the what is a cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Actually, they have a certain features which vary from organism to organism. The cells are not only the building block of our body, they are functional unit of life too. Each living cell has the capacity to perform certain basic functions that are performed by all living forms such as nutrition, respiration, growth, reproduction, etc. A cell shows division of labor. That means each cell has a certain components and each of these components perform a special function. For example, synthesis of food, cleaning waste substances, etc. Thus, a cell is able to live and perform various functions and forms the basic building block of an organism. Study of the cell is called cytology. Cyto means cells and logy have taken from the logos word which means study. So now we will discuss about the discovery of the cells. Actually, cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. He observed it in a self-designed microscope. He observed a honeycomb-like pattern in a very thin slice of cork. This honeycomb-like structure consisted of thick wall closing box-like compartment. Who called these boxes cellulae. Actually, cellulae have taken from the Latin word means small room or empty room. In 1674, Anton von Leeuwenhoek discovered free cells like small room or empty room. In 1674, Anton von Leeuwenhoek discovered free cells like bacteria, protozoa, red blood cells and sperms with the help of an improved microscope. After that, Robert Brown in 1831 discovered the nucleus in the cells. In 1839, Purkinje named the fluid content of the cells as a protoplasm. In 1892, Hertwig proposed that cell is a mass of protoplasm. Now we will discuss about the cell theory. The theory that all plants and animals are composed of cells and that the cell is the basic unit of life was presented by two biologists, Schleiden and Schwann. Schleiden was a German botanist and Schwann was German zoologist. He proposed it in 1839. In 1855, Virchow further expanded the cell theory as a omnis cellulae cellula. That means all cells arise from pre-existing cells. Soon thereafter, in 1866, Haeckel established that the nucleus stored and transmits hereditary traits. In 1880, Fleming had shown that the cells ensure continuity between one generation and another by the mechanism of mitosis. Thus, the modern version of the cell theory says that all living organisms are composed of cells and their products. The cells is the structural and functional unit of life. All cells arise from pre-existing cells. The smallest unit of life is the cell. That is, every organism starts its life as a single cell. With the discovery of the electron microscope in 1940, it was possible to observe and understand the complex structure of the cells and its various organelles. The first electron microscope was designed by Knoll and Ruska in 1932. Arise from pre-existing cells. The smallest unit of life is the cell. That is, every organism starts its life as a single cell. With the discovery of the electron microscope in 1940, it was possible to observe and understand the complex structure of the cells and its various organelles. The first electron microscope was designed by Knoll and Ruska in 1932. Now we will discuss about the prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. So prokaryotic cells are those type of cells which have does not have well developed nucleus. So these are called prokaryotic cells. Pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. Eukaryotic cells, those type of cells which have a well developed nucleus, are called eukaryotic cells. Now we will discuss about the cell shape. Now, before going to the cell shape, I would like to discuss about the unicellular and multicellular organism also. We will study these two topics also in a cell number, but we can study here also. So unicellular and multicellular cells are those type of cells, unicellular cells, those type of cells which are made up with single cell are called unicellular cells. Multicellular cells, those type of cells which are made up of more than one cells, are called multicellular cells. Now we will discuss about the cell shape. The shape of the cells are related to their function. So it may be variable or fixed. Amoeba during locomotion change its shape. Similarly, leukocytes also change their shape by producing pseudopodia and become irregular in shape. In case of multicellular organism, the shape of the cells depend on their functional adaptation and partly on surface tension and viscosity of the protoplasm. Mechanism. The shape of the cells are related to their function. So it may be variable or fixed. Amoeba during locomotion change its shape. Similarly, leukocytes also change their shape by producing pseudopodia and become irregular in shape. In case of multicellular organism, the shape of the cells depend on their functional adaptation and partly on surface tension and viscosity of the protoplasm. Mechanical action exerted by the adjacent cells and turgidity of the cell membrane. Now we will discuss about the cell size. The size of the cells varies greatly in plants and animals. Some cells are visible to the naked eye, like egg of ostrich, and some cells are very small, which are not visible by naked eye. The smallest cells are found in bacteria that are present 0.2 micrometer to 0.1 micrometer. Example, mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is an organism intermediate between the virus and bacteria is about 0.1 micrometer in size. Cell volume. The cell volume is fairly constant for a particular cell's type and is independent of the size of the organism. For example, kidney and liver cells are about the same size in the mouse, horse and bull. The difference in size of organism depends on number of cells only and not on the volume of the cells. Therefore, the cells of an elephant are not larger than those of other teeny animals or plants. Now we will discuss about the cell number. So the cell number is an organism varies with the size of the organism. Unicellular organisms have a single cell. Multicellular organisms, the cells are indefinite. Now I am ending the study here.